back to Brojo Builds. Still doing the refresher on the Suburban motor, that the motor I got from the Suburban, and still waiting on some parts. But till then, I'll be going through these heads, and as you can tell, they're actually in really good shape. Like, this was like the PCV valve side. So on these LS motors, the PCV valve side always ends up looking like a little gunkier than the other side. But this is pretty clean for a motor. Again, you can see you can tell that it's rebuilt because it has a seal on here. And so I'm just gonna go through, do a quick lap the valves, and that's it. I have everything to, like, do valve jobs, but this does not warrant that much, and plus I'm pressed for time, so I won't have to do this as soon as I can. But so things that I didn't appreciate right away what this rebuilder did. It has flat top pistons, so it's gonna have a little bit more compression. So yay for that. And they rebuilt it and put, I don't know if you can see, those are the Gen 4 rods. So anyone that would got this from the junkyard or whatever, they would have been pretty happy. Put stick a cam in it and some head studs, and this thing would hold some boost. So anyway, needless to say, we're not doing any of that. They just didn't go inside a truck and live out the rest of his life inside a truck, and one day probably get pulled out, and who knows. But for now, I'm just gonna pull these springs out and start checking the seats and then lapping them in. So start pulling the springs out. Again, rebuilder motor. This motor doesn't have a ton of miles. I can't tell you how many, but we got one broken seal. One, I think this one's broken too. No, not that one. Two. And hold on. And put the phone down. So 2 broken seals on this head. So, no more reason that even though it was rebuilt, and it's supposed to be, good. It should have been good. These motors do go a lot of miles. And I think I can almost see, you see how much carbon buildup is on this hole? And then I think the one with the broken seals, you actually see the carbon difference on the ones that have the broken intake seal. So, yeah, more reason to check your things thoroughly. Doesn't matter where you get it from, double check. Would this ran fine? Yes, but it would probably smoked more than I liked, especially for a new motor. And between that bad timing chain and this, I would not have been a happy camper. So I guess, hey, check yourself thoroughly. So right now, all the valves are out. Good old wire brush. I just clear out some of the carbon buildup while I'm here. And I might take my little, I forget what they call these. But yeah, just and running quick and clean out some of the carbon buildup so it doesn't look too crazy. And that's it. Clean out the carbon, and then I'll lap all the valves. And then this head is done until I get the seals in, and then I'll reassemble and rinse and repeat with the other head. And I'll show you how they come out after I am done. All right, so I cleaned it up some already. So now I'll start lapping them in. But while I was here, I thought it would be good to take note. So if you're ever gonna port any of these heads, any LS head, any head in general, take it to get a good valve job. Uh, Even a three-angle valve job will be, better than what comes from the factory. And then the 706 head, I think they come with the smaller valve. You could do the upgrade while you're here to put the bigger valve. Is that I think it's 2-inch 156, and that will help you pick up some too. These have a smaller chamber, so a valve job and a little port job. And you put this on a 6 liter or whatnot, or don't even put it back in the 5.3, it's gonna pick up a fair bit. But you have to do a valve job. Like, you look. I don't know if I keep struggling with this phone with the light. All right, there you go. So you look in here, and you'll be able to catch the seat, especially over here. All right. Boop. Right? See that? Some of them are worse than others. This has a huge lip right here, probably an 1/8-inch lip on this one. So you need to do a good valve job. You do a good valve job, and then do even a mild port job. This port will pick up, a fair bit. I think in the factory they pull like 230, 220 or whatever. And you do a good valve job, you put the 2-inch valve, light port job, bam, you're at, let's say 260, 270. You really picked it up. So I'm not doing any of that for my truck. I'm just letting you know what you can do. So right now, I want to get some valve lapping compound, put the valves in here, and lap them in, and that's it. Actually, I'm gonna blow the head off first, and then do all that. I thought I would show you real quick how I've been cleaning the valves. So, let's see, it's all a little bit gunky, a little cruddy. It's actually not that bad, to be honest with you. So all I've been doing to clean these up, and I'm gonna stick it into the drill motor like this. Again, I don't have enough hands, so hold on. All right, I chalked it in hand tight. I'm gonna give it a little boop, a little spray, and then I'm gonna spin it, and then hold the wire brush to it. Oop. Yeah, hold the wire brush to it while it spins. So I'll show you how it comes out. It takes, I don't know, 15 seconds, and it's done. And we're done. All right, now this is ready to be lapped in. It's much cleaner than it was before, and yeah, it only took a few seconds. So I did that with all of them here. Now put them in and do some valve lapping. All right, so lapped them in. They all came out okay. Good enough for this. If I had more time and my valve machine was here, I would definitely cut these flat. As you could tell, the little pitted has some moisture. You can see little marks. It will seal up, but if I had my valve machine, I would reface all the valves first. But this is where we're gonna stay. So finish this one, and well, I got one more head to do. So do this one, do the other one, and wait for my seals. Then I could seal everything up and start final assembly. So you know what? I'll stop this video here. I'm just gonna rinse and repeat with the other head, so it's nothing different. But I'll take a picture of a little bit before and after and post it at the end, and at least you can see at least a little difference of just, you know, cleaning things up and making sure it's right. Like, share, and subscribe.